could be a woman, could be a Hispanic. And so this is why Barack Obama was elected president, because he proved on his first go-round that after that long, protracted, endless campaign, that he was the best person, the most competent person, the most capable person at a moment of the greatest crisis that this country has experienced since the Great Depression, since FDR, that he was the one unquestionably for the job. And so he knew something that the rest of us, including the pundits, including the black political class, conservative or liberal or radical, leftist, black political pundits, as well as the white liberal pundits and the rest. He proved that he was the best, that he knew this game of politics better than anyone else. And when he was elected, he was declared the heavyweight champion of the world. Now, when he was elected and he took office, there was a lot of confusion. And this was the beginning of the puzzling story of the Barack Obama presidency. First, I wanted to speak to the fact that one of the biggest myths of his beginning as president was this notion that he started with a Congress, a democratically controlled Congress. True, he controlled the House, the Democrats controlled the House comfortably under the leadership of Nancy Pelosi. They had in fact already controlled the House under the last term of George Bush Jr. But they eked out a small control margin in the Senate. A very, very slight majority, 60%. When I talk about majority, I'm talking about the 60-vote margin. Because you can have 51 votes in the Senate, and in this era of the filibuster, it doesn't bring closure. It doesn't allow you to actually have a vote. So for all intents and purposes, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, if you don't have 60 votes, then you don't control the Senate, even if you do have a large margin of victory in the House of Representatives. So, number one, to say with such utter conclusiveness that Obama started controlling both the House and the Senate is really disingenuous. It's really not true. Not only that, but when you peel back the layers of some of the Democrats and some of in both the House and the Senate, you would see that a number of them were definitely what they call blue dog Democrats. So you had key players in both the Senate and the House of Representatives who were really not on the bandwagon with Nancy Pelosi or Senate President Harry Reid. And if they weren't on the board with Harry and Pelosi, they definitely were not on the board with the 44th President, Barack Obama. And therefore, what we saw as the tenure of Barack Obama began, we saw a gridlock strategy begin to take effect. And this gridlock strategy was orchestrated and brilliantly conceived, and with an extraordinary discipline, we saw the Republican right wing design and orchestrate this gridlock strategy, whose goal and agenda from day one was to sabotage the Obama presidency. And so from the beginning, when they refused, when McCain refused to meet with Obama in Chicago in December to coordinate an agenda that was designed to lead America out of the worst economic crisis since the Great Depression. From that moment to the moment that the Senate leadership under the Republicans and in the House decided that their primary goal, according to Kentucky Senator McConnell, was to defeat President Obama in 2012. From that moment, the die was cast, and we have seen nothing but the playing out of this drama that they designed at the very beginning of his presidency. And we saw in the 2010 election the rise of the Tea Party, and we saw the erosion of the illusion of the Democratic control of the Congress. And so in his first 2 years, healthcare reform strategy, the stimulus package, these projects were undersized, they were not as vigorous, they were not as definitive, they were not as decisive legislative victories, because President Obama did not have the kind of robust Democratic control of the House as it appeared superficially that he did. And none of the pundits in the media have really been